Hi, I'm Jared Fry, General Manager of MedinaTV, and I want to welcome you to this year's edition of Candidates Forum.
Hi, I'm Jacqueline Rinksmeyer, Executive Director of the Greater Medina Chamber of Commerce, and we are once again pleased to partner with MedinaTV to bring you this voter education series.
The views expressed by the candidates in these forums are not those of MedinaTV or the Greater Medina Chamber of Commerce.
All candidates in contested races were invited to participate. These interviews are meant to be informational without endorsement from MedinaTV or the Greater Medina Chamber of Commerce. Please enjoy this year's Candidates Forum.
Joining us now in studio is Regi Hare, candidate for City Council of Medina, Ward 3. Regi, thank you for joining us here today.
Thank you for having me, Jared.
And for those of our residents at home, our viewers and voters that may not know you, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I moved to Medina, the city of Medina, from Cleveland and Strongsville back in 5th grade, and I like the city so much. I never left, and I've been here since. And I've gotten involved in the city because it's a great community. Raised my two daughters, Sydney and Sierra Thomas, here in the city of Medina. They both graduated from Medina High School. And I have experience as being on city council back in 2003 as an at-large councilwoman. So I have that experience, and I decided to get back involved in running for city council because my kids have graduated from high school, college. They're now in their careers in different states, and I retired from my job after almost 22 years, and I have time to give back to the community, which is something that I've always enjoyed doing.
Well, great. You just perfectly answered my next question I was going to throw out at you.
Okay,
is exactly
great.
why you were looking to run this time. But okay, so I'll switch it up a little bit. What would you like to accomplish if elected for this term?
Well, my background is I have an accounting degree from the University of Akron. So in my professional life, I have been an accountant, I have been a business manager, and aside from that, working, I've also coached for many, many years in the city of Medina, and I've also been the president of 2 nonprofit associations here in the city of Medina, and then coached my daughters when they were 3 and 4 and continued to coach them up until they got into high school, and then beyond that continued to coach other schools. And just this spring I coached the 3rd and 4th grade girls in lacrosse with the Medina Lacrosse Association. But my background is in finance and in business management, and I hope to bring my experience into this position in City Council, where I can contribute to maintaining the current finances that the city has, which is on a good path. I'm fiscally conservative and very responsible, and my background has included budgeting and forecasting, and I'm really concerned about staying on track and being a good steward of the taxpayer's dollar.
Mm-hmm. And I guess to clarify for the residents home, kind of explain what the role of a city council person does.
Well, the city council helps the administration with basically spending the taxpayers' dollars and the state dollars that are allocated to it. Mm-hmm. So I want to make sure that we stay on track, we stay within budget. I am, like anybody else, I don't want to see my taxes go up, mm-hmm. and so I'm very conscientious when it comes to spending somebody else's money. But government has a purpose, and that is to provide services to its members. And so I would like to see the city continue, and they've done a great job in the past. I'd like to see it continue to keep moving forward, to keep the city safe, clean, and to provide opportunities for the members of our community.
Mm-hmm. Now, you've had the unique experiences, so it'll help you with this question, is kind of explain the difference of the ward representatives and the at-large
versus the at-large.
Yeah.
So when I was an at-large councilwoman back in 2003, my job was to represent everybody in the city. Right now, running for Ward 3, my primary focus is on the constituents of only Ward 3. Mm-hmm. So a quarter of the city, but keeping in mind that you're still an agent and you're still representing the city of Medina.
Mm-hmm. Now, are there different things you would like to accomplish? I guess one for your ward, and then two as the city as a whole during your term?
Well, I'd like to, as I indicated, maintain fiscal conservatism to make sure that we adhere to a budget. But my pet projects in the past, since I have coached for so many years in the city of Medina, aside from being on the finance committee to oversee how we spend the taxpayers' dollars, I would be interested in being on the Parks and Recreation team, and also streets and sidewalks. I've always enjoyed volunteering in the city, working with the kids, but I like, as I was president of these two sports associations in the city, one of our jobs was to make sure that our parks in the city were safe and they were healthy places for all members of our community to come and enjoy. Mm-hmm. And I'd like to keep doing that so that our members have a nice place that they can bring their families to, and their friends and families who may live outside the city, to enjoy sporting events, to enjoy the different activities that the city does have in our parks.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you feel there's if elected for this term, are there any challenges you see that Medina is facing?
Well, with COVID, it's been a very difficult time for a lot of people here over the last year and a half. So we do have people that are unemployed, that are looking to find jobs that fit their skill set. We have businesses that are looking for employees, and for a variety of reasons why they're struggling. I mean, I see ads as I drive through Medina on a regular basis that businesses are looking to fill positions. And I understand the concern of people with, again, trying to find a job that matches their skill set. But with our COVID situation and being a little bit cautious about getting back out there into the community, but I think as a whole, I think Medina's done a really nice job. I think that's why we have the people that live here and have lived here for so long, including myself, because it's a nice community to live. We have nice housing, our community is safe. Our local government, I think, does a nice job with providing those services that keep people here, living here, and I'd like to maintain those things that the city is currently doing. Mm-hmm. But again, being fiscally responsible with the money that we have to work with and the money that the city is going to be getting for the state. And if we can, we have roads here in the city that do need to be maintained. We have an infrastructure that does need some work, and we need to work on those things because it just makes for a healthier community.
Sure. And in light of some of the things you mentioned there always people now become very passionate about government and how things are done. How do you balance what you may see as a vision yourself for your ward or for the city as a whole, but also addressing constituents that may not have the same opinion as you in regard to those issues? How do you handle that?
Well, I think one of the challenges that any elected official has is representing their constituents, many of which have different ideas as to what the local government is supposed to do. And that's one of the things I bring to this position. I've been in this position before. I've coached many years. I've managed in my professional life different departments. And I've had the ability to work with people. I've learned to communicate with them. I ask a lot of questions. I want to know what people think. I want to know what their concerns are. And even as I go around campaigning for this position, I'm asking the people in my ward, what questions do you have? What do you think about this? What is a concern? And one of the things that I think an elected official needs to do is they need to follow up on things. And so as I walked around my community, I had questions that were raised to me. And the one thing I'm very transparent. If I don't know something, I will tell you. I don't know. However, I will find out and I will get back to you. And that's what I've done with some of the constituents who asked me questions. I checked into it, I got back to them, but taking those different ideas as to what the council people should be doing in this position, you got to work with the other council members, you got to work with the administration, and I do have that ability to listen, because you learn a lot when you listen to people, and take that and throw ideas off of the other council people in the administration. And at the end of the day, I mean, we're all working for the same thing, right? We're working to make our city a better city for our residents and our businesses, and to give opportunities to people who may come into our city, whether it be through employment or recreation. And that's our job, but having the ability to listen to people, talk to people, listen to people, and bring ideas together and work with other people to get things done.
Now, do you feel as a member of council, if elected, that you have to always agree on everything, or you think it's okay if council's divided on something, it may not be a unanimous vote? Kind of what are your thoughts in terms of the working agreement among council members?
Well, you certainly have to be able to work with those people that you are on council with. Do I expect everyone to get along and to agree? Absolutely not. I mean, and that's part of the excitement of it, getting those different personalities, working with them, hearing their different opinions about things. But again, you got to do what is best for the residents of the city, and hopefully as a group that you can come together to do that. But I certainly do expect, as when I sat on council before, I didn't always agree with the issues at hand, but you learn to work with each other and do the best you can to provide the services that the residents expect and deserve.
Again, we're speaking with the Regi Hare, the candidate for Ward 3 of Medina City Council. And Regi, I appreciate you taking time to answer questions with us, but what is one thing that you think, or maybe a couple things that maybe set you apart, make you stand apart from your opponent that you're running against?
I think it's my experience. I have, again, I have the business background with the accounting degree, my business background in finance and in management and leading teams of departments in my professional life, having sat on council back in 2003, coaching for many, many years in the community. I volunteered with my daughters in their classroom. So I think what I bring to the table is the experience of having dealt with a lot of different things in the past and a diverse group of people over the years. And I'm high energy. I'm not afraid to ask questions. I'm not afraid to get involved, as I have in the past, but high energy to get in there and work on things to get things done.
Great. Well, thank you. I appreciate you taking the time to answer my questions. In case I forgot anything or there's something you'd like to tell the voters directly, I want to give you an opportunity to do that. So I'm going to turn the mic over to you and you can talk directly to our voters.
So I would appreciate the support of the community in electing me. I do bring that experience, and some of the groups that I think we can't support enough is the youth, our children, our senior citizens, and also our veterans. And if I can get elected to council, I hope to see what other opportunities we can provide for those three groups in our community, and bringing that experience and that mindset of getting things done and representing all of the people in my ward.
Again, that's Regi Hare, candidate for Ward 3 City Council. And Regi, I want to thank you for, one, taking part in the political process, putting your name in the arena. It's a great step, a great challenge for a lot of people to do, so we appreciate you taking that step, and I want to wish you the best of luck this November.
Thank you so much.